New York City today feels like the center of the world. Bright lights, towering skyscrapers, endless ambition. Millions of people travel here every year chasing opportunity, culture, and dreams. But this city wasn't always admired. There was a time when New York City was feared, a time when people believed the city had lost its future. To understand how powerful New York is today, we have to travel back to a very different era, when this city stood on the edge of collapse. In the 1970s and early 1980s, New York City was struggling on nearly every level. The economy was weak, jobs were disappearing, entire neighborhoods were falling apart, factories closed their doors, businesses left the city, unemployment rose, and with it came desperation. Crime became one of New York's biggest realities. People avoided walking alone at night. Some neighborhoods were considered no-go zones after sunset. Fear shaped daily life. Parents warned their children not to stay out late. Tourists stayed away. Even lifelong residents began leaving in large numbers. At the same time, the city's housing reflected its decline. Buildings were neglected. Landlords abandoned properties they could no longer afford to maintain. Entire apartment blocks sat empty, broken windows staring out onto cracked sidewalks. Fire escapes rusted. Stairwells went dark. Rent was cheap compared to today, but living conditions were harsh. Many people stayed not because life was easy, but because they had nowhere else to go. Transportation told the same story. The New York subway system, now one of the busiest in the world, was once a symbol of decay. Train cars were covered in graffiti from end to end. Stations were dimly lit. Delays were common. Crime underground made commuting stressful and dangerous. For many, riding the subway meant constant alertness, watching every movement, avoiding eye contact, staying on edge. Yet even in these dark years, New York did not completely lose its soul. Creativity found a way to survive. In abandoned buildings and struggling neighborhoods, artists, musicians, and dreamers stayed behind. Hip-hop culture was born in the Bronx. Street art turned decay into expression. Music, fashion, and underground culture flourished quietly beneath the chaos. New York was hurting, but it was not dead. Slowly, change began to arrive. The transformation didn't happen overnight. There was no single moment that saved the city. It took years of rebuilding, policy changes, community efforts, investment in infrastructure, and a renewed focus on safety. Crime rates gradually declined, police strategies changed, public spaces were reclaimed. Streets that once emptied at night began to stay alive longer. Parks filled with families again. Tourists cautiously returned. Housing followed a similar path. Abandoned buildings were renovated. New developments replaced decay. Neighborhoods that were once overlooked became desirable. But this progress came with a cost. As the city improved, rent prices rose. Longtime residents were pushed out. Gentrification reshaped entire communities. New York was rebuilding, but not everyone benefited equally. Transportation also evolved. Subway stations were cleaned. Digital systems replaced outdated technology. While still imperfect, public transport became functional again. Millions of people now rely on the subway every day to keep the city moving. Then came the economic rebirth. New York reestablished itself as a global financial center. Wall Street regained power. New industries emerged: tech, media, fashion, and entertainment. Jobs returned. Opportunities multiplied. The city once again attracted talent from all over the world. Today, New York City stands as one of the most influential cities on Earth. Its skyline is instantly recognizable. Glass towers stretch into the sky. Times Square glows day and night. Tourism has exploded. People travel from every corner of the globe to experience the city's landmarks, food, shopping, and culture. Broadway continues to shape global entertainment. Fashion weeks influence trends worldwide. Museums preserve history while pushing creativity forward. Yet beneath the success, New York remains complex. The cost of living is high. Inequality still exists. The pressure to survive in the city never truly disappears. New York didn't become perfect, it became powerful. Its story isn't about erasing the past, it's about learning from it. Once known for decay and danger, now known for ambition and opportunity. Once feared, now admired. New York City proves that even the most broken places can rebuild if they refuse to give up. So, the question remains, would you choose New York back then, raw, chaotic, and struggling? Or New York now, polished, expensive, and powerful? If you enjoyed this journey through time, like this video, subscribe, and comment below. Do you prefer New York then or now?